Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Autumn Acorn Knits podcast. This is episode number 10. Today is April 21st, 2018, and I have my windows open today. It snowed yesterday. We still have snow, a lot of snow on the ground, but at least it's starting to feel a little bit more like spring, so that's exciting. I have a lot to show you today, so I want to hurry up and get right to it. But if you want to reach me in other places, you can find me on Facebook in our Facebook group, the Autumn Acorn Knits, and on Instagram I am the Autumn Acorn. I have a website. You can find free patterns, and I just posted a tutorial today on how to dye with food coloring, and that is the autumnacorn.com. You can join, we have a crochet along going on right now, so if you would like to join that, you can go to my Ravelry group, the Autumn Acorn, and look for the hydrangea stripe blanket cal, C-A-L. And I think that's everywhere you can find me. So let's get started on finished objects. I'm wearing a finished object. This is my featherweight cardigan by Hannah Fettig, and hopefully you can see it pretty well. I put a little pearl button right here. I made a wider button band. And I like this one a lot better than my last one because it fits better. I used two hanks of yarn that I got from Webs called Valley Yarns in this pretty blue and green kind of combination. And yeah, I'm really happy it's done. I'm really happy that it fits. So I think this will be a piece that I wear a lot. I also finished the Desk Chain Tee. This was one that Amber from the Maker's Haven had made, so I thought that I would try it, and I am really happy with it. I used an organic hand-spun wool that I got from Jagger Spun, which is a Maine company. Makes thorn yarn. Here's the sleeve. Here's the back. It has a pretty bottom, drop stitch bottom. So yeah, I'm planning to get some photos of it today, me wearing it today, so that you can see what it looks like on. Next time I would definitely not make it as cropped. I would go longer. So, but I'm really happy with it, and it was fun. That was a paid-for pattern that I got on Ravelry. Again, that's the Desk Chain Tee, D-E-S-C-H-A-I-N-T. What else can I show you? I can't really show you the ottoman cover, but I did finish the ottoman cover, and now it matches this, so that's exciting. I sewed that. Oh, my quilt. My wool quilt is finished. I was working on this the last time I podcast, and I was putting on some of the duck cloth for the back. I told you I bought it, and so I did, and it's all finished. And I put this crazy edging that I just folded over the duck cloth. It is definitely not perfect, but I'm super, super happy with the quilt. It's going to be hard to show, but you get the idea. It's very, very warm and comfy and cozy. And then there's the back. It's just a duck cloth. So yeah, that's been hanging up over the balcony. I'm just kind of staring at it, but yeah, I love it so much. A couple of years of work right My granddaughter's sweater, the button jacket, and that has already been gifted to her for Easter, along with a little bunny. I can put photos in here if you want to see those. And I think that's it for finished projects. This took some time. You know, with fingering weight yarn, it takes a while to make a cardigan, so this took a little bit of time. I have been experimenting and playing around a lot and having fun with yarn dyeing, and I don't plan to sell any because there's so many gorgeous yarn dyers out there already, but I am definitely finding it is a money saver to do it myself, to just buy the bare white yarn from eBay and then just to dye it at home. I can save probably $15 to $20 per skein, so that's a lot of money. I dyed up some fingering weight and some worsted. Just again, I'm just like playing around with it and seeing what I can come up with. The first batch that I did was on fingering weight, and I made some little labels, but they're just for fun. They're really, that's all. The name of the yarn was Snow White, the base, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and each hank that I purchased from eBay has 440 yards, so they're really generous hanks. And I wanted something fallish that I could make maybe a cardigan, and this is what I came up with. There's reds and yellows and orange and gold and even a little hint of green here and there, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm very surprised they came out as well as they did for the first time. So yeah, future sweater project right there. I also dyed up a couple. Again, this was close to Easter, so I was feeling a little Eastery, so I dyed up a couple in some pretty kind of Easter colors, some pinks and greens and some pretty purple in there. So I'm not sure what this will become. Probably some sort of shawl, or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Sky's the limit. I also dyed up some minis. I had bought some vintage yarn on eBay. Honestly, I think it was 300 yards of fingering weight for $5 plus shipping, so it was really, really worth it. So I just made a ton of minis and had fun playing around with the different dyes for that. So here are some of the minis I dyed. They're all different weights. I did just buy a scale, so now I can be a little more accurate with my weighing, but they're all different weights. And here's one that I rolled into a little ball. Here's one that's a lot of whites, but little bits of color here and there. It was a lot of fun. So I ended up with this basket full of minis that I will add to my hydrangea stripes blanket. More recently, I decided I wanted to attempt to dye 5 hanks of yarn for a fade, some sort of fade. Probably it'll be my own design. I was playing around with some stitches last night, and I think I found some that I'd like to make some sort of a fade sweater with and write the pattern for, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll put a picture up of this yarn all hanked up because I just love the way hand-dyed yarn looks in hanks. I prefer it to cakes, but I needed to get going on this, so I did cake it up last night and then started to play around with it a little bit and see what I thought of the different stitches. So, but here it is, and my plan was this one followed by this, 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 and then finally this. The dark will be at the bottom of the sweater and the light will be closer to the top. So we'll see how that goes, but so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's a little bit addictive, I have to say. A little bit addictive, but just, I mean, look at the fun color you can get from just food coloring. It's amazing. Just the blue alone, it's very tonal. I don't know if you can pick that up, but it's got a lot of different shades of blue in it, and it's coming out a lot darker. It's definitely a turquoise color, but love it. And I'll just show you a peek at some of the stitches I was playing with last night. Oh, the different, this bottom one is this like pretty, it's gonna be hard to show you, but it has a scalloped bottom. And then these stitches here, again, tricky to show you, but you get the idea. And there's a rib at the top. I especially love this stitch in here. Again, hard to see, but I think you get the idea. You can really see how tonal it is back here, I think. Yeah. So, having so much fun with dyeing yarn. I don't know. I love it. So, we'll see. But yeah, just to let you know how much I was able to save. 5 hanks of 440 yards fingering weight yarn, hand-dyed, would be a minimum of 20, but often they're closer to 25. And I mean, this would be $125 potentially, or at least $100. And I was able to get all of this for $30, 30 bucks. So yeah, well worth it. And then the last yarn dyeing project I want to show you is on a worsted weight fisherman's wool, which I happen to have just laying around. Lion brand actually is the brand. And I wanted to see how that would dye up with, again, the food coloring. And this is what I came up with. And it's basically just green and light pink. Again, Easter inspired. I dyed up white a bit of this yarn. Trying to, I wanted all of it to match. And so I ended up with, here's the last hank. But I really like it. And I didn't know what it would look like knitted up, so I've decided to just, again, I'm trying to design a new pattern for a simple cardigan with pockets. So here's the back, and this will show you how it's knitting up to the colors. Quite pretty. Joe said it looked like girly camo, but I'm really, really happy with it. This is, again, just the back of the sweater. That's all I have so far. You can see the armholes here, and I hope to have that, work on that a little bit more, but I like it. We'll see. It's fun designing, but it's so much work, and I don't have time, so I try to fit it in when I can. I really don't ever feel like knitting when I get out of work, so for at least three days a week there's not a lot of knitting going on, so try to make up for it on the days that I'm off. Hydrangea stripe blanket, which I haven't worked on a lot because I know that the cal ends on May 31st, so I have time to finish. I have no doubt that I will finish, but I have been putting it off a bit. But I will show you how much I have done so far. Let's see where I left off here. And the bottom, again, it's pretty long, or wide rather, it's pretty wide. and it's so pretty. I'm really, really happy with it. So we've had some more people joining, and I have at least one member who's already finished with her blanket. But yeah, I hope you'll join along. I don't have the prizes with me to show you today, but I've shown them at least twice on 2 other previous podcast episodes. And there is even one entire short episode devoted just to the cowl, so if you go back and check that out. I will be announcing a winner on May 31st. I have something else, work in progress. The Aura Shawl by Caitlin Hunter. Beautiful. I love this shawl. You may have seen it before. I may have even shown it. That's what it looks like. And I will show you how far I've gotten so far. It's up to, I think, 220 stitches wide, and it's going to get to at least 300, so it's a big one. But let me show you so far what I have. Yeah, this is when I need 2 hands. I mean, 4 hands. I have 2. Okay, there's a, alright, let's try this. In the middle, there is a cable going up the center, which I am doing differently than it says to do because I didn't follow the directions, and I'm making all of my cables lean in the same direction instead of being more of a braid where they lean together. Right and left, mine all lean in one direction, and it doesn't bother me one bit. I think it's still really, really pretty. So yeah, I'm using 3 different yarns. I'm using this one here from Knit Coast Fibers in her bunny sock base. Is called To the North, and it's 100% superwash merino wool, 400 yards, fingering weight. Beautiful. Pinks, grays, little speckle going on, love it. Then I'm using Patton's Croy socks in black, plain old black. Patton's Croy sock in brown rose marl. Pretty. And last but not least, I'm using some Knit Picks. Here's a gray tonal in their hand-painted fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% wool stroll fingering. In this beautiful tonal gray. Don't know if they have the color. I don't see the color listed, but so yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's probably not going to be finished in time to wear this spring, although I would have loved to have. But maybe by fall, or at least in the summer to throw over when you're at a restaurant and it's chilly, which always happens to me. So, that's housed in my home sweet home basket. I'm loving projects in baskets more and more every day. They're just so convenient. So that is my Aura Shawl by Caitlin Hunter. That was a paid for pattern on Ravelry. Another work in progress. I am collaborating. I've become an affiliate partner with a company called Knit Crate. Knitting and crocheting membership program where you get deliveries every month. You can do a 3-month subscription. That's what I was trying to say, a subscription box. And so they offered to send me 3 months for free if I would review their yarn, review their patterns. So I just got my first package in the mail, probably a week ago. Here it is. And I didn't pick, but this is, I didn't get to choose, it's a surprise. So what I ended up with was 2 hanks of wool, and one of them is already a ball, but here is one. Isn't it beautiful? I absolutely love it. It's 3 or 4 different shades of different reds. It's called Red Rock, which I've been there. It's in Colorado, Red Rock. It's like an amphitheater. Beautiful, if you ever get the chance to go. So, and it's by Autumn Wools. That's who hand dyes these yarns for this company, Knit Crate. It also came with 2 patterns, so that it comes with a knitting pattern and a crocheting pattern. Here is, and it tells you what's inside. It tells you what it's worth. So the wool was retail value at $24 per skein, and it came with 2 skeins, and then it came with 2 patterns. They're valued $5 each, so that's $10. And so this one came with this pattern for this crochet cowl called the Tempest Cowl, which is very pretty, and this shawl called Chloris by Emily Johannes. And that is the one that I decided I would make to test out this kit. By the way, the patterns are online, so you get the photos of the patterns, and then on the first card they give you the links to go to for the pattern. They also give you bonus coupon codes so that you can get the yarn and other patterns at a discount. So this is what I have so far on the Chloris shawl. So just starting. You can already see though where the yarn changed color here up to this darker color, and now again it just changed again. So the sides are neat. These are just bind offs to make this really neat shell. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. I expect it will look just like this, only in the red shades. So if anyone is interested in joining this subscription club, this yarn club, I will make sure I put the link here so that you can go check it out. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Knit Crate. I also have an affiliate going on right now with Essential Charms, and this is centered more on my health and wellness company. And so I'm wearing the one that they sent me to review. It's on this really nice black cord, which I like. And then here, take it off. Here is the necklace, the charm part. I hope you can see that. It's really pretty floral design. And then inside is just a lava bead. And you have to be careful because some places sell fake lava beads. These are the real thing. And you would just take your oil, your essential oil. This one is called Abundance. And you would just I like to put a few drops on. Just put a few drops right on there. And then pop it back in the little cage. And then you will carry that scent with you all day, wherever you go, which is really awesome when you are feeling stressed or a little hyper, or even if you're sleepy and you need a pick-me-up, you can use the oil and smell it, and oh, it smells good. I love it. So yeah, so if you're interested, I have a coupon code, and it is Judy15. So you just go to essentialcharms.com, put in the coupon code Judy, all uppercase, and the number 15, and you'll get 15% off if you're interested in your very own diffuser necklace. Oh, acquisitions. I have a few. I bought some yarn from Black Sheep Dye Works. Here's their tag. Here's the back of it. Black Sheep Dye Works. Cute. I picked up 3 skeins of this gorgeous golden color. And I still don't know what I'm going to make with it. I've started a few things, and I just ripped them out, and I wasn't thrilled because the yarn is so beautiful that I want it to be a really special project. It's called Potluck Harvest Gold, It is 100% superwash merino wool, 400 yards per hank. So I did ask on Instagram what I should make, and I think on Facebook, and a lot of you said I should make a tanga sweater, so it may become a tanga. We'll see. But I really love it. It's beautiful. I had a birthday on April 3rd, and I received a gift from my sister in the mail, which was so exciting. I always love Valerie's gifts. And she must have watched maybe my last podcast and noticed that I had said something about how much I love watching Amber from a Maker's Haven podcast. It's become one of my favorites. And so she bought me a hank of her yarn, Maker's Haven yarn, called Take Me to the Sea. And I just love it so much. It's on her smooth sock base, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. And Val thought that this would look cute in maybe something for Charlie. But honestly, I'm unable to use it right now. It's just special to me. So it'll just be sitting somewhere looking pretty. And that's about it for now. I know I'm all over the place, but I just had so much I wanted to tell you, and that's why I'm kind of hurrying, kind of rushing along so I get it all in. 4 years ago or so, I started to become interested in watercolor painting, and I think I've talked about this before. But I don't remember if I've ever shown you any of my watercolor paintings. So I have just two to show you. I don't have a ton of others, but the others just were very, very like brand new beginning. And these were, I had been doing it for a week or so. But anyway, here they are. I have two of them. This was, I believe, the first one that I really liked that I made. And it's a little girl or boy walking along with a sheep and a staff, and there's a farmhouse back there. So yeah, I think it's sweet. I was the most happy with how illuminated I was able to make this part look. I don't know, I just think it's cute. And then this one I like even more, and I was even happier with, and I'll show you. See the little bunny? I like the little bunny. And it's just a little girl in the forest, alone at night, a little bit, I think, freaked out, with her little lantern on a stick. And then this bird, strangely enough, it wasn't planned. It just sort of, I always say it just sort of showed up. But yeah, it's a kind of a, I look at it as her little guardian angel, but pretty cool, huh? That was really, really fun. And again, I think I'm happiest with the way that I was able to illuminate the lantern. I think that came out neat. And the bunny. So that's fun. And I'm gonna pick up some frames for these at Joann's and get those hung up behind me, I think. I feel like I went through that really quick. I have been really busy with work and unable to visit Connecticut to see my daughter and my grandbaby and my son-in-law. So we have planned a trip for early May, and Kelly and Ken are going, it'll be their anniversary, so they're going to be celebrating. So they'll go out to dinner, and Joe and I will watch Charlie. So that should be really exciting. She's just getting so big. She's sitting up by herself now, and I'll put some picture of her here, maybe a little video footage of her. Do it. And she's just imitating and just a sweetheart. So we're keeping up through video and photos, but I really need to get down there and hug that baby girl because I miss her terribly. But in May, we're going down twice in May actually. We have 2 trips planned in May and 1 in June. And then before I know it, you know, school will be out, and I'll have a lot more free time this summer. Although I'm taking a class for my director position at the preschool I work at. The new state regs require now that I take a couple of college courses, and one I've already had. So I'll be taking a program management course starting the end of June. It's all online, which I'm thrilled about, and then that will end mid-August. So that should be pretty intense, though. It's a 7-week accelerated course. So I'm sure I'll learn a lot, though. Although I've been the director the last 4 years, I think there's always more to learn, so I'm excited. All right, guys, I think that's it. I do hope that if you enjoyed this episode that you will subscribe to my podcast and possibly join our Facebook group, and I'd love to see you participate in the crochet along. So if you're interested in that, join my Ravelry group, and I'll see you on Instagram. Bye, guys. Good morning. It is April, I don't know, 20th maybe? I can't remember, but it is snowing. I woke up this morning to a fresh ground cover of snow. I don't know if you can see it. It's really tricky. Let me try this. And yeah, yesterday you could see bare ground everywhere, and there were just icy piles in the shady areas. Now, yeah, it looks like 6 inches last night.